It's an exciting Sunday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. It'll be the visiting team and Athens. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Baldwin. Marjanovic is out there with Hayes. And it's Biberovic in at the shooting guard position. From downtown, bangs home the trifecta.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Here's Baldwin. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Ooh, just shook his man loose with a crafty play inside.
And then the dunk just tops it off beautifully.
High-level skills being showcased out there now, fellas. I mean, that was a terrific hoop.
Here he goes. Can't hit from in close. Here's Biberovic. Out of bounds, Athens takes possession. We're about 1 minute into the first. There's Lucas. Drops in the layup for two. He has 5.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Hayes. Pass to Baldwin. Lets the three fly. Yurtsevin with the rebound. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Here's Osman. And the three off target.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Hayes. And Hayes throws it down.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Lucas passes to Yurtsevin. And he goes in for the dunk. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Fires from way outside. The long distance three is buried.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Hernan Gomez a screen. Takes a three. That's no good, and now he's missed 2 and made 2. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Goes up on the wing. Pass to Biberovic. To the left side wing. Out of bounds. Athens takes possession.
Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
Here's Lucas. Knocks down the 3 ball. He's got 8.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
Marjanovic finds Hayes. 1:52 left here in the opening quarter. Off with the layup. We push it up 4 on 3. Here's Osman. Another 3 for Athens.
And hard to pass on that good a look from three-point range, even if you've got a clear path to the basket.
Pass to Hayes. And Hayes throws it down.
And a long wind-up and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up.
I certainly hope not.
Here's Osman. Launches it from deep. They get it back. Yurtsevin kicks to Hernan Gomez. Here's Osman, covered by Hayes. Yurtsevin with the bucket.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Here's Hayes, and Hayes throws it down.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
46 seconds left to play in the first. Nailed from three-point land.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
Here's Baldwin. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Athens leading by 5 with the shot. Again, Athens.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. And he's been absolutely relentless.
Right at the free throw line. It's good. Baldwin's got his second bucket tonight.
Able to get to the hoop with those nice handles, leading to an easy finish.
Here's Lucas, and the layup is good. 15 points in the game.
And he can take over in a nanosecond. I mean, once he catches fire, it's difficult to squelch it.
From outside the arc, the shot, no good. And so it's Athens heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percent. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Athens?
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And another thing, Coach will be thrilled with the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
Over to the left wing. Defended by none. Pass to Gutteridge. Just 5 on the clock. And his first shot of the game, no good.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
And for Athens,
the D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Drains the three-pointer.
What a move, showing off the handles there.
Athens leading by 10. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Shoots it up. Misses, and he wants that one back.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Pass to none. The shot from 20 feet away. That one good for 2. He's got 8.
Not the best of shot selection there, but you know what? You do not look a gift horse in the mouth.
Quick shot there, and it's off target.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
To the wing on the left. Here's Gutteridge. Defended by none. And that one drops. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. There's the screen. Fires the 3. That one's in. His first shot this game.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Athens leading by 10. The rebound by Colson. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played.
2 minutes remaining.
Out left to the wing. Stolen by none.
Away team foul. Number 21. First personal foul. Second team foul.
The visitors on defense. Athens moving the ball around. Clock at 6. A 3 ball It's rebounded by Gutterich. Nunn's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Here's the three. A nice shot by Gutterich. Gutterich has got 8 here in the quarter.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
1:14 left here in the second. Misses from close range. Pass to Colson. Out to the wing. There's a screen. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Second personal foul.
On Wednesday and then on Friday.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
It's good.
Monster quarter for him. He's put the team on his back, trying to carry them to the W.
Out to the right wing. Here's Gutterich, and he's good on the 3-ball. Gutterich has got 11 points.
You know, he's got to be exasperated right now, fellas. I mean, playing excellent ball, but they're still losing.
Kept alive. Now, Nunn, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And it's a completely new group for Athens.
Substitution on the court.
There's 21 seconds left in the first half. He makes that one drop only a second in 5 tries.
Using his speed advantage there to create the separation he needs for the shot.
Over in the corner, Osman. Good, and Grant hits the assist. He has 5. And so it's Athens with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Look at Athens. I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny.
Turning back now to our game, lots of positives in that first half for Athens.
Their offense is flowing.
Thanks for joining us.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Athens leading by 6. They've got Marjanovic, Baldwin out there with Hayes. And it's Melly in at the 4-man position. Hernan Gomez. And finished off by Hernan Gomez.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
Melly passes to Baldwin. Here's Hayes. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
Here's Lucas. Off target from 3-point range.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And Athens leads by 10.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
It's a Vin kicks to Hernan Gomez. Good on the 3-point shot. Hernan Gomez has got 5 points now this quarter.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Baldwin can't get it to go. Athens leading by 11. launches from deep. And the rejection by Marjanovic.
No luck for him this half after being outstanding from outside the arc in the first half.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, last season, a full 14 teams finished with between 46 and 51 wins, with plenty of teams in the picture. Adam Silver is thrilled with the level of competition. He says, I think what fans ultimately want is to see great competition across the league. Devin, it's certainly fun to watch.
It is, David. Bring it on, I say. The more, the better.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Grant, and the dunk by Grant.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim. Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Lucas passes to Hernan Gomez. And finished off by Hernan Gomez.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Baldwin looking for the opening. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Osman. Off target from outside.
This shot's just, it's not there right now with his team leading. Perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Slammed home, and they call the foul. He's headed to the stripe for one more.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. Two hands and down.
Athens leading by 3. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
Unloads. Pass to Hayes. Here's Biberovic. He's covered by Grant. Stolen by Grant. Fast break. Here we go. 59 seconds left in the third quarter. An easy 2 points on the layup. He's got 19.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
Here's Baldwin. 14 points for him. Pass to Melly. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Athens. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Fires for 3. Kicks it out to Grant. No good on the 3. Melly passes to Baldwin. Launches it. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Puts up a deep 3. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Athens ahead. Up 5. We'll take... And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. They've got Grant. It's Lucas in at the point. Clock is at 3. From outside, off the mark.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Back to Hernan Gomez. And the layup's good off the glass. Hernan Gomez has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Athens. For three. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And it's a completely new group for Athens.
And all of a sudden, that three puts them in striking distance, guys. He's had that shot working all night.
You bet he has. I mean, working overtime. The triple's been his bread and butter in this ball game. Nothing but butter. Sweet butter.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Personal foul, first team foul.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Athens.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
You know, they've been knocking down triples, too. They've continued to make the most of their opportunities from behind the arc as well.
First personal foul, second team foul. At the line,
First free throw is good.
Wilbekin taking 2 shots.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Athens leading by 4. There's the pick. Lets it go from deep. They get the rebound. Puts up a deep 3. Athens with another miss. They are right on the brink of taking the lead.
This is an absolutely critical juncture in this game.
Jacks up a 3. Drills it from outside.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Here's none. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling.
And can put the other team on its heels. We'll see how it plays out.
Fires from deep. The rebound by Colson. Colson's got 4 rebounds in this game. To take the lead, he takes it up and lays it in. Guys, what a game. 8 lead changes here.
And don't be surprised if it comes down to the last possession.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's none. Cross contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Getting it done at the line as he usually does. And that could be huge in a tight game like this one.
1:46 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Baldwin. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take it.
Well, I understand we're seeing some high-powered offense, but you've got to put up a little more resistance than that.
Come on now, look. Sit back and enjoy the fireworks. Nothing better than good offense.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and will make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see. Huge free throws there. Now they've got the lead.
From deep 3-point land. And it's Melly with the rebound.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Here's Baldwin. Good. And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Here's none. Count it.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving in.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Here's Melly. Money.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim.
Well, you got to make that moment last. Enjoy it for as long as you can.
Yes! And this crowd ecstatic. They are pumped up.
And what a huge shot. You talk about an excited arena.
16 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Off target from downtown. It's deflected. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
It's Athens taking the W in this one. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's...
Welcome fans to 2K Sports Thursday afternoon coverage of the NBA. Joined by Coach Stan Van Gundy and Grant Hill. This is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Willie Hernan Gomez, and it's Parker in at the 4.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
Fires from the wing. From deep three-point land. Sinks it. What range from downtown. Launches it from deep. And Parker pulls it down. Satoransky outside. Fires the 3. Counted from distance.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
He buries it from 3. He's got 5.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. Fires the 3. Here's Hernan Gomez. And terrific work on the offensive glass as he picks up the deuce.
Well, you can't start the game much better than this. 4 of 5 from the field.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Hernan Gomez up top. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
It's hauled in by Athens.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
On target from range.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Satoransky outside. No good on the 3. They've been taking care of business.
Especially at the offensive end, where they've been totally in sync.
And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet, we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Here's Nunez. That 3's off the mark.
Hey, sometimes you miss even under the best of circumstances.
Down low. Here's Hernan Gomez. Hernan Gomez with a rebound.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
The rebound by Osman.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's 7, passes to Nunn. Here's 7, a screen. Pass to Osman. Lets it go from deep. The shot that time not on target. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. To the inside. Here's Parker. Fades back. Hernan Gomez with a rebound.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
Pass to your 7. Back to Nunn. And he jams it home with authority.
Getting up and then throwing it down.
Oh, that was a big hammer right there. Nunn defends. Buries it from 3. Give him 8 points now.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
There's 53 seconds left in the first. Hits the three-pointer.
He's putting them to the test this quarter, attacking every chance he gets.
From beyond the arc and then some. 2-for-1 opportunity if they can time it right.
Great way to end the quarter.
Off target at the rim. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Hernan Gomez with it, and your 7 picks him up defensively. That gives them the lead. Satoransky's got 6 points.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. Gets the 3-ball to go.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Well, it's been a high-scoring, competitive... And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, they've really been racking up three-pointers in bunches. They've been so impressive to watch.
And with each made 3, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. Athens trails by 5. The 3 is up. He drops it from range.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Here's Vesely. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Outside, Anderson has to fall. They set a pick. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Athens. Right side, Brown. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Athens trails by 3. And the layup is good. He's got 7.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
The 3 nails it from beyond the arc.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
From deep three-point land. It's hauled in by Fall. Outside, Anderson. Here's the 3. Counted from distance. Anderson's got 5 now.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
He connects, and now he's 4 for 6 in today's game.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
Defended by Brown. Drills it from deep.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Oh, swiped away. A minute 53 left in the second. And there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Good on both. Athens trails by 10. Anderson covers. For three. Sends it home from three-point land.
Well, clearly some sort of defensive breakdown there. He is not the kind of guy you give room to at the arc.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
This one for three. No good on that one. He's 5 for 8.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
And he didn't go to the line once in the first half. But now he's figuring out how to draw contact and getting himself to the line.
I love it. In attack mode. Drawing foul calls this quarter and getting to the free throw line.
43 seconds left in the first half. Puts up a 3. From the arc. Kept alive. Here's Vesely. And finally they hit one.
Relentless effort creates the second chance opportunity.
They set the pick. And another miss by Athens. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by Athens. Outside, Brown. Pure from three-point range. Brown's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And that concludes the first half. They're up by 10. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Watch these guys from now into the contest. I bet they throw out crazy in-game dunks that you've never seen before.
I feel like they've... Now looking at where we stand after 2 quarters, it has been a difficult game for Athens.
They've been shot out of...
And that's a wrap on...
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. We've got Jetty Osman, and it's Nunn in at the 2. Three-pointer. Parker left side. From behind the arc. And the three-pointer goes.
3 points.
17 points in the game.
Well, that's basically a warm-up 3 for him. The defense can't allow him that caliber of a team.
We've got Willie Hernan Gomez. And it's Nunez in at the 1.
Just great energy on the offensive glass. That's exactly how you cut into a lead.
Boy, a slam like that is sure to give him a spark. Jacks up a 3. Knocks it down from distance. 20 points for him.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Outside Nunn. Lets the 3 fly. Sinks the tray.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Sadaransky passes to Parker. Shot on the wing. Basket's good on the assist from Sadaransky. Parker's got his first points of the game.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Sadaransky with the steal. And we're going to have a jump ball.
It will be a redraw.
Pass to Parker. Launches it. Here's Nunez. Satoransky outside. Three-pointer. Sinks it from distance. Satoransky's got 9 points.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Here's Osman. Yet to see a basket. Fires for three. The kick out to Nunn. Takes the three. Hernan Gomez, no good. And at this point, they're loving this big lead.
Absolutely. And they haven't really faced a lot of resistance.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Here's Parker. Buries it from three. Parker's got 5 points now this quarter.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Hey, here's Nunn for three. Gets the three ball to go.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. A minute 50 left in the third quarter. The offensive rebound. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Gets the three to fall. He has 7.
Well, maybe not the shot they were looking for there, but the defense gave it to him, and he knocked it down.
Out to the right wing. Let's go with a three. It's hauled in by Athens. Hernan Gomez has got 4 rebounds now. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Ali LaForce.
The NBA is focused on the next generation. Commissioner Adam Silver said a lot of top draft picks are incredibly skilled, but that doesn't necessarily translate to being team basketball players. There's an opportunity for us to be more active participants in developing younger players and getting kids active. BA?
One step ahead, Ali. Thanks. Satoransky, with nobody on him, he buries that jumper. Satoransky's got 11. Athens trails by 13. Pass to Osman. From deep. Unable to get that one.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
It's interesting. They definitely had more three-point attempts in the first half. Not sure why they went away from it.
No coverage that time. 23 points in the game.
Bombs away in the first half. He's followed up the effort with 3 more triples since.
The three. Drops in the three.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Like a matador. Olé! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
And as we end the third. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works, or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. And no good. Pass to Anderson. It's Anderson on the wing. There's a screen. The three is up. It's hauled in by Athens. Anderson covers. There's the triple. And another miss by Athens. Inside. Over to the left wing. Just 5 on the clock. Drains the triple.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense, Coaches notice that extra effort.
And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. Here's Vesely. Takes a three. It falls. 5 for 11 in the game.
The defense was just nowhere to be found, and because of that, he adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
And the ball ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession. Pass to Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Launches a three. It's hauled in by Fall. Brown's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Defended by Brown. From deep three-point range. Sinks it. What range from downtown.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting.
Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. They get it again. Kicks it out to Anderson. Wide open, but he couldn't capitalize. Athens trails by 19.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
And here's Brown for 3. Hits the trifecta.
Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look and trusts his shot to knock down the 3.
Anderson gets the bucket.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. To the middle. And there's the screen. This one for 3. Knocks down the triple. He's got 21. On offense, here is Athens. Right wing. To the right side. Offline with a 3. Boy, this could snowball if they continue to put up points.
I can't say enough about their performance.
And so it's Athens with it. And here's Brown for 3. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Brown's gone 3 of 5 from the field. Puts up a deep 3. The long distance 3 is buried.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
A deep 3. He's off on that one. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Fires for 3. That shot missing.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Fires away from way outside and gets it to fall.
You know, it takes incredible accuracy to drain it from that deep. So impressive.
And so it's a victory for the...
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Parker out there with Hernan Gomez. And it's Metu in at the 5, roaming the paint. Pass to Biberovic. Off target with his 3. Parker, right side. The tray. That one's in. His first shot this game.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Baldwin. Count it.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well. I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
They set the screen. Here's Melly. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. First quarter, just over a minute played. Pass to Hernan Gomez. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Here's Baldwin. Hernan Gomez covering. Yes, that goes in.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Here's Metu. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Baldwin the pass to Melly. From deep. Buries it from three-point range. Baldwin's got 7 points in the game.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
Parker passes to Hernan Gomez. Sadaransky looking around. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. Pass to Marjanovic. Here's Baldwin. Puts up a deep 3. An absolute bomb from three-point range. He's got 10.
Boy, every time he goes up now, it just looks like the shot's going in. He's perfect from the field in this quarter.
Lets the 3 fly. Good on the triple.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
The shot by Sadaransky, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
A 3 ball. Another shot. Marjanovic kicks to Baldwin. Marjanovic a screen on Parker. 6 to shoot. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Well, hit a man in stride. That is a textbook delivery.
Fires the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. And it's 6 points for Parker.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
He's with it. Hasn't made one yet. Back to Marjanovic. Here's Biberovic. For 3. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
52 seconds left in the first quarter. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Here's Baldwin. 10 points for him. And it's Hayes in the corner. Pass to Biberovic. There's the three. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
So far, both teams scorching the nets. You gotta love it.
Well, you love it when you can get off to a fast start offensively. You hate it, though, when your opponent does the same.
Three-pointer. Parker outside. Puts up a deep three. It's rebounded by Hayes. Here's Biberovic. Baldwin looking for the opening. It could go. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Leading by just one. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
They've got Anderson, and it's Vesely in at the 4 slot.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Pass to Abrinas. Launches a three. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. To the right side. To the left wing. Here's Coulson into the lane.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
We played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Gets it to go. That one good from Fall.
Well, the coach loves this kind of ball movement. Anytime you create something inside the free throw line, you know it's a good look.
Wasted no time on that one. Here's Abrinas. Still scoreless. Lets it go from deep. They swipe it. Here we go, one-on-one. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. A nice shot by Gutteridge.
The three-pointer becomes a very high percentage shot when he's that wide open. You better get a hand in his face.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny. And the shot is good.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here, it is eye-opening.
Here's the screen. Here's Fall, and he uses the glass on the layup. Fall's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
The layup missed.
You will have to finish harder than that if you want to convert in traffic.
Anderson passes to Vesely. Here's Abrinas from about 19 feet. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
From outside the arc. Rebound by Vesely.
What a nice individual defensive effort right there. Did a great job contesting.
And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter, with about 3 minutes gone by.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Here's Abrinas. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Laprovitola. Shot clock at 6. Out left to the wing. Here's Abrinas. Fires from deep. It's through for a second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
1:10 left to play here in the second quarter. Right wing. Here's Gutteridge. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Vesely kicks to Abrinas. Left side Anderson driving to the basket. Vesely passes to Laprovitola. Beyond the arc. From downtown. Got a hand on it. Here we go. All alone. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
He hits both from the stripe.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
They can close out the quarter if they want to.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
Hits it from three-point range. He's got 9.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Misses the layup.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
And so we conclude the first half. Up by 6. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Well, I think for the home team, they played okay, but unfortunately, that's not getting you into the playoffs. They were hoping to take the next step.
And returning our attention to this game, an impressive first half for the home team.
Their bench has been...
And that's a halftime.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Here's Baldwin. We've got Baldwin. He's out there with Marjanovic. And it's Melli in at the 4. We've got Hernan Gomez. Medu is out there with Parker. And it's Satoransky in at the point. Back to Parker. That 3 off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Marjanovic, a screen on Satoransky. Launches it. And that one's good. Biberovic has got 6 points.
And he's not going to miss those very often, even from deep. The D has to close out a little stronger on him.
Here's Baldwin. Satoransky covering. Here's Biberovic. 5 on the clock. Traps in the tray. Biberovic has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Driving the lane, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there. And this is what we've come to expect from this guy, right? Not only making a ton of shots, but being efficient while doing so.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the 3rd quarter. Hernan Gomez a screen. There's the triple. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot. But right now, this guy is cooking.
Here's Satoransky. His 3-pointers off the mark. Satoransky's got 1 3-pointer tonight in 4 tries. Here's Melli. Pass to Hayes. And Parker with the block. Now here's Satoransky. Not a lot of room. Here's the 3. And that one's good. Parker's got 9.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Here's Baldwin. Satoransky covering. From past the arc. The offensive rebound. Pass to Baldwin. 5 to shoot. To the middle. Here's Melly. Rebound by Parker.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Lets it go with a 3. Now here's Satoransky. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Pass to Baldwin. Rob. And now in transition is Parker. Here we go. And the 3 ball is good. He's got 12.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
He takes it in.
And the dunk was nice, Kevin, but the move he made to free himself up was a thing of beauty.
It sure was, Greg. What a savvy play to get into position for that jam. A fader, and that one is good. And the home team has possession. 43 seconds left in the third. Pass to Melly. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Whoa, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. And that one's good. Parker's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And all of a sudden, that 3 puts them in striking distance, guys. He's had that shot working all night.
Yeah, and if he can stay hot from out there, his three-point shot could be the tool they use to win this game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And that one drops for him.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Here's Biberovic. He's got 9. Great look, but off the mark. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. They're up by 3. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. There's a good screen. Abrinas, he nails it, and we're tied up.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
They've got Anderson, and it's Lapro Vitola in at the 1. To take the lead, Burge grabs the board.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
On Wednesday, then on Friday. One minute now into this fourth quarter. Here's Gutteridge. Over to the wing. Ball stolen. Here's the break. Takes a 3. They get it again. Here's Fall. And that one is hammered home.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Control the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Birch. Pass to Gutterich. This one for 3. Hits the three-point bomb.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Home team foul. Gutterich. First personal foul. First team foul. Coming onto the floor for the away team.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. A steal.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
From the arc.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Pass to Vesely. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. That's a 2 from Parker, and it's Melly with the rebound.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Here's Baldwin. Down low, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And this is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time. Boy, the bucket's been 5 feet wide for him. He's dropping everything in.
Here's Abrinas. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Abrinas has got 9 points in the quarter.
That's an important shot right there, guys. I mean, he's produced from deep all game long.
Yeah, he's done more work outside the arc than inside it, and that's not going to change now. They'll ride his long-range game all the way to the end of this one.
And how high can you fly? I mean, he finishes that one with some pop.
GA after getting loose in the lane with a scintillating move.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Parker with the steal. It falls! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
There's 42 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. They set the pick. And looks like the illegal pick is set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And you can tolerate gas like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
29 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. You can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Marjanovic. Just 4 to shoot. The tray. Rebound by Parker.
Away team.
In terms of strategy here, any thoughts?
I don't think they should be greedy here and think about a triple. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket, get a high percentage shot in tight, and take my chances in overtime.
Now into the lineup for your home team. Number 21.
Oh, missed it.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question, he altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just...
NBA on 2K Sports. Thanks for spending Sunday evening with us. Along with Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson. And we've got our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team and the starting group for Athens. We've got Omer Yurtseven, and it's none in a two-guard. Good work there as it goes.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's Baldwin. Screen by Marjanovic. For three, tipped, and that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession. Here's Baldwin. Here's the three. It's rebounded by Yurtseven. The kick out to Nunn. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
His defender flying by him after that pump fake.
No hesitation on his move to the rim right there. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Baldwin's shot is good.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Home team foul. Baldwin. First personal foul. First team foul.
Hey, here's Nunn for three. It's Hayes with the rebound. Baldwin, the pass to Melly. There's a screen. Pass to Baldwin. 4 on the clock. From downtown. Another shot to the left side wing. And Baberovic gets it to go.
Proving once again, he is one of the best shooters in the league.
And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Now Nunn. The three ball. The shot won't fall. Nunn's gone 1 for 3 from the field here. Pass to Melly. On the mark with the 15-footer.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending. Slow going for him this quarter. The defense putting up a good fight.
Baldwin nails it from 3. Baldwin's got 6 points.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
They need this. Fires it in the triple.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Baldwin. He's got 6. Pass to Baberovic. Lets it go from deep. Hernan Gomez with a rebound. Athens trails by 4. Down low. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Athens shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. Both good from the line that time. Here's Baldwin. 1:41 left in the opening quarter. Hits a three-pointer.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Shoots from 14, and he can't sink that one. He's 2 for 4 in the contest. Beyond the arc. Pass to Baberovic. Driving in, and that one is stuffed right through.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? Nunn, the pass to Yurtseven. Here's Osman. And another miss by Athens.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
To the paint. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. 7 points in the game.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high quality shooting.
30 seconds left in the opening quarter. Pass to Baberovic. Here's Melli. Clock at 6. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Yurtseven.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Athens shooting their third free throw shot of the game. With 4 on the clock. And it's good on the lay-in.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Screen by Marjanovic. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Leading by just 2. Stay with us now as we get set. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
Their points came almost exclusively from beyond the arc, and as this game continues, that should open up the floor for the rest of their offense.
So on the floor for Athens. Off target from three-point range. Now here's Brown. There's the 3. On target from range. Brown's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. There's the drive. That one's good for 2.
Very difficult to slow him down defensively, especially when you have communication problems.
Launches it. They get it back. Second chance shot. No good on the shot. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Athens.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Chalk up 2 there.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
So it's the home team now. Defended by Brown. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. And the shot goes down.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Oh, another lead change. 6 total in the first half.
And this is the battle we were hoping to see.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Guterich can't hit.
Locking the arc down. Defense knows it's on them to scare off those shots.
Back to Brown. They set the pick. From outside the arc. Connects from downtown. 6 points for him.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
So it's the home team now. Trailing by 4 to the wing on the left. Defended by Brown. And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. That one drops for him. Lets the three fly. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
He's just giving them everything he has. It's why his teammates appreciate and enjoy playing with him.
Count that one.
Okay, let's throw out the analytics for a moment. When he's taking the mid-range, it's a winning shot.
There's a minute 17 left to play in the half. Snatched away. Down low. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind. He's doing everything he can. If they want to win, others have to step up and provide some scoring.
And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Here's Goodrich. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, my. That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there.
Home team foul. Goodrich. First personal foul. First team foul.
26 seconds left in the second quarter. He's guarded by Birch.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Fires the three. That shot, no good. With 2 seconds left. And a strong finish with two hands.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
And so it's Athens closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. More 2K action in just a moment.
On paper, these teams are pretty even. So what will be the determining factor there, Ernie? I'm not sure, but they gotta avoid mental errors.
And turning our attention to the first half, a positive start for Athens.
A key part of this one, their bench.
And that's it for halftime.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Hayes is out there with Nico Melli. Then it's Boban Marjanovic, and it's Baldwin in at point.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Athens leading by 4. And for Athens, we've got Jetty Osman. And it's Yurtseven in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Right side, none. To the middle. And he makes no mistakes. Slam dunk.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Nico Melli is out there with Boban Marjanovic. Then there's Hayes, and it's Baldwin in at the point. And for Athens, we've got Omer Yurtseven, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4-man spot. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Baberovic. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. From behind the arc. It's rebounded by Yurtseven. Yurtseven's got 4 rebounds now. 3-pointer. Some solid defense from Hayes. Here's Baldwin. 16 points for him. Pass to Baberovic. 4-3. It's hauled in by Athens. Just over a minute and a half played in the third. And another miss by Athens.
And they have been cold coming out of the break. Only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this out. Gotta pick it up.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this. But he's been locked all the way in from the floor, and he's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
Here's Baldwin. Fires from deep. Knocks down the long J. Baldwin's got 8 here in this quarter.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
From deep three-point land. Melly with a rebound. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Baldwin, the pass to Melly. Here's Baldwin. Nunn defends. For the lead. Baldwin's shot is off.
Locking the arc down. Defense knows it's on them to scare off those shots. Coaches love those hit-ahead passes, advancing the ball as quickly as possible.
Pass to Baberovic. Shot clock at 6. And he drives in. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Back to the basics, unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Ooh, another basket for him. He's 6 of 11 now.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Here's Baldwin. 19 points in the game. Here's Baberovic. He nails it, and we're tied. Baberovic has got 5 points in the quarter.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Here's Nunn on the take. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. To the wing, right side. Back to Hayes. Pass to Marjanovic. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. We'll take it.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And that's good as he hits both shots.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Over to the wing. Here's Baberovic. They get the rebound. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. So they take the lead. Baberovic has got 11.
That's his 3rd triple of the night, his 2nd since halftime.
Outside Nunn. Boom! He jams it straight down. And what a wild one this has been.
8 lead changes, some big plays, and some big mistakes, too.
From the arc.
Substitution on the court.
Just 3 on the clock. And we've reached the end of the 3rd quarter. Just a terrific game thus far. It's Athens. They're up by 1. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big men in the league today than we've ever seen.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And for Athens, here's Goodrich going inside, and he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Man, where's the effort on the defensive end? You gotta play harder than that.
Yeah, these teams have kind of decided to fight this battle on scoring alone. There's not that much intensity on defense.
Oh, deflected. Finished off the break.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this win.
Outside, Brown. Ooh, give him his fifth make of the game in 10 attempts.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game, and that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
Pass to Goodrich. Five to shoot. And here's Birch. Right wing. The three is up. Can't get it to go. Making him 5 for 10 now. And that one is hammered home. Coming down the stretch. It's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
Fires the three. The shot comes out.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Look at again. 7 for 12 and going at the defense.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Athens?
They've been hitting consistently from mid-range all game. It's been a big part of their offensive production in this one.
And we can't forget about how ferocious they've been cutting to the rim, just going right at defenders and finding ways to finish.
Oh, nice finish. Man, big time right there. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty. Here's Baldwin. Oh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
In a tight one like this, you have to trust in his ability.
And stolen by Hayes. There's a minute 54 left in the fourth quarter here.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Important 2 points, not just on the scoreboard, but also for a little bit of momentum.
6 to shoot. Takes it inside, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Back to the basics, unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
He buries it from 3.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
And that one good.
And you look at how they've come out in the second half. It's almost like night and day.
And they look like a completely different team. I wonder what coach said to them at halftime to help spark this momentum change.
Screen by Marjanovic. Here's Baldwin. Offensive rebound. Pass to Hayes. On the break. It's stolen. Oh, the trifecta.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play, coming through when it matters most.
34 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. The 3, and he sinks it. Oh, a tremendous three. We're tied.
And just a clutch three to settle this crowd down after that big shot at the other end.
Pass to Melly. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Shot clock at 5. Here's Baldwin. Can't cash it in. Oh, it's off the mark. Here we go to overtime. Time expires. We're going to overtime. Boy, these teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters. Now we're headed to overtime. This one should be fun. Here's Melly. We've got Jetty Osman, and it's your 7 in at the center position. Here's Baldwin. Uses the glass on the layup. Baldwin's got 23.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Here's Nunn. And a two-handed jam.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. This one for 3. Melly, the pass to Hayes. Here's Baldwin. Misses the 3. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize. To the inside. And your 7 gets it to go.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Just over a minute into overtime here. Pass to Hayes. Takes the 3. 8 makes out of 15 shots. He's got it going.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Drops in the 3.
Oh, what confidence to take this kind of shot. On the road, late game scenario, what a sequence.
Pass to Marjanovic. Out left to the wing. Here's Melly. 6 on the shot clock. Fires high post, and he gets it to go. He's got 25. On offense, here is Athens. Just about 2 minutes into the overtime period. What a game. And they pick up 2.
Yeah, he was able to sneak it to the rim. Had enough room to get just like an easy layup.
Here's Baldwin. Nunn defends. Money.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. He takes it in. Count it!
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, we'll take it.
And he gets it back. The 3. The shot misses. Deflects the pass. Inside. Yes!
In a game this tight and this late, that level of defense is money.
And how about the finish there? The rise up for the slam. That might put this game out of reach.
This is how you completely steal the momentum. It's clear who is in control of the game right now.
Count it!
Oh, that was nasty. A 2-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. To win the game! Oh, that shot had a chance, but the all-or-nothing shot attempt is off the mark. And so it's Athens winning this one. Things looked a little uneven.
Welcome, folks, to what promises to be a great Tuesday night of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. It's Athens and the home team. A look at the starting group for Athens. We've got Yurtsevin and Slukas in at the point guard position. Sinks the triple.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
For the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable. And that's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
To the inside. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Lets a floater go, and that's 2 points on the layup. He's got 5.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
To the paint, it's stolen by Hernan Gomez. Here we go, one-on-one. Parker outside. A three-pointer is right on target.
Yeah, they can't miss. 4 for 4, warming up the burners.
Here's none. The three. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss.
You could see he wanted to get him back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
Here's Satoransky. Connects from three-point range. Satoransky's got 6.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Got that one up quick.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Pass to Parker. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Athens. Here's Osman. A three-pointer, no good. Here's Hernan Gomez. And finished off by Hernan Gomez.
The young Spaniard, Hernan Gomez, a good finisher around the basket.
Here's Slukas. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
From deep three-point land, that shot off. Hernan Gomez against Satoransky. Parker looking around. Oh, good with the triple. Athens trails by 9. We've got 1:28 left to play in the first quarter. The rebound by Medu.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Gets the three-pointer to fall. He's got 8.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And here is Satoransky. He's got 6. They get it again. Medu passes to Parker. And the dunk by Parker.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Pass to Osman. Shot clock at 5. And a miss there on the triple. 19 seconds left here in the first quarter. And he's good on the 3 ball.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
Well, a lot of importance placed on outside shooting, and tonight you can see why after that kind of quarter exploding from the perimeter.
And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Up by... And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Taking a look at Athens. Here's Abrinas. Traps in the tray. Abrinas has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Athens moving the ball around. It's Brown on the wing. They set the pick. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Here's Laprovitola. Here's Abrinas. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Pass to Laprovitola. Clock at 6. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by Athens.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's Brown, and finished off by Brown.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points. And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Here's Abrinas. Hits the three-point bomb. Abrinas has got his second basket of the night.
3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Driving in. Fires for 3. Vesely kicks to Abrinas. Knocks down the 3-ball. Abrinas has got his third basket of the night.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Took him no time at all on that one.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact. That's their first of the game, though, so sharp passing has helped them to craft this lead.
And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Athens. 17-point game. To the wing on the left. The 3. Another 3 for Athens.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Pass to Vesely. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Great positioning on the putback.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Brown outside. Misses the 3. Here's Abrinas. 9 points in the game so far. Cans it from downtown.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
They grab their own miss. Boom, he jams it straight down.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
There's Brown with the 3, and that one is off. And they're on the break. The 3 from Anderson. Vesely passes to Abrinas. Inside, Just 5 to shoot. Here's Laprovitola. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. There's 39 seconds left in the first half of the game.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to Vesely. Here's Laprovitola. He's covered by Brown. The shot's good from Laprovitola. Laprovitola's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Puts up a 3. Hits it from three-point range.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Offensive rebound. Full. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play. The board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness. So as we conclude the first half, so far, fairly one-sided. Up 19. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
And guys, they look helpless. It's reminding me of our pickleball team.
To be fair, those senior citizens had a game.
And now how about those first 2 quarters of play? Just a dominating performance for the home team. And that concludes.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. They've got Metu. He's out there with Hernan Gomez. Satoransk there with Parker. And it's off from three-point range. Athens trails by 19. And for Athens, we've got Yurtseven. And it's Nunn in at the 2-guard spot. Snatched up. Yurtseven kicks to Hernan Gomez. It's another look. And he drops that one in. Hernan Gomez has got the first basket of the third quarter for Athens. Metu is out there with Hernan Gomez. Then there's Parker. And it's Satoranski in at the point guard. Pulls up. And that one's good. Parker's got 7. Parker's gotten 3 of his 5 shots to go here. And for Athens, we've got Yurtseven, and it's Lucas in at the 1. A three-pointer is right on target.
This is what he does. Find space on the perimeter and then sink the 3.
With the prospect of making a big lead even bigger.
And you got to jump at this chance. Stretch that lead out as much as possible.
Defended by Nunn. Here's Satoranski, and they come right back with their own three-pointer. He's got 9.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
That bucket in no time at all.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Fade away. Offensive rebound. Fires the 3. Drills the three-pointer. Satoranski's got 6 points in the quarter.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
Here's Osman. Yurtseven passes to Hernan Gomez. Now here's Nunn. Hernan Gomez with a screen on Satoranski. Missed it, even after all those chances.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Pass to Parker. For the 3. 6 on the shot clock. There's the pick. Shoots the 3. Here's Metu. Here's Satoranski. Sinks the triple. Satoranski's got 15.
Guys, they're just getting outworked. I mean, plain and simple. It's got to be more of a collective effort to secure that backboard.
Here's Osman. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Osman's gone only 1 of 5 shooting from the floor. Three-pointer. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
Is it possible his sweet touch is getting sweeter, guys?
There's Lucas. Athens with another miss.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
Pass to Medu. Here's Satoransky. No good from outside. We've got 1:23 left to play here in the third. Osman banked in off the glass. Osman's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Now, say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
Too open that time, made it look too easy.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Nunn. Yurtsevin kicks to Nunn. Slukas. Satoransky covering. Sinks the three-pointer.
Well, the D has done a very poor job at contesting him from outside, guys. He's tearing into them right now, and they cannot stop him.
From downtown, scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
There's Lucas. Another 3 for Athens.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Pass to Yurtsevin, and he drives in.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Anderson, and it's Vesely in at the 4. Anderson outside. The tray. Abrinas' shot is off. Athens trails by 21. Brown feeling it out a bit. Fall with the rebound. Fall's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Anderson outside. Here's Laprovitola. It's good from long range.
Well, he's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
And it seems each season more things can be subject to video review. Are you a fan of that, Greg?
You know, I'm a fan of keeping the game moving. I'm not sure I'd get rid of review, but I sure would like the league to find a way to speed them up.
And so he hits both. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's Abrinas. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
Brown, no good.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Abrinas with the bucket. Now Athens with it. Now Brown. There's the triple. The rebound by Anderson.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Vesely passes to Abrinas. Launches it. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be guarding him. Ridiculous lapse there defensively.
Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Now Athens with it. In the league, trying to get a bit more competition in the All-Star game.
Number 44.
You got any ideas there?
Well, cash prizes seem to work well for the in-season tournament. Even a little something might help up the ante just a bit.
Textbook bounce pass there, perfectly timed.
Tries again, and he sinks the layup.
He seems to be in the right place at the right time more often than anybody that's on the court here tonight. We see that pay off.
Lets the 3 fly. Miss number 7 from the field. He's also made 7. And here is Athens now. Brown outside. Looking to end his cold spell, and the layup is up and in. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Abrinas the pass to Anderson. Shot on the wing. It's hauled in by Athens. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Here's Laprovitola. Pass to Anderson. There's a good screen. Here's Laprovitola. Just 5 on the clock. Fires the 3. That one doesn't drop. No good with the triple. Lets it go with the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Missed. So the home crowd happy here as they hit the victory. They poured it out tonight. Dominant showing in front of a
Atmosphere inside the building as we bring you Friday Night Basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Hayes. Nico Melli is out there with Boban Marjanovic. And it's Baldwin in at the one. Here's Marjanovic. And there it is for him.
Marjanovic.
From deep, Baldwin with a rebound. Let's go with a three. And Parker pulls it down. Satoransky outside. Parker outside. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Satoransky outside to the right side. Hayes against Parker. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Stolen by Parker. Fast break. Here we go. Oh, had the opportunity on the break, but couldn't make the three. Here's Baberovic. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Satoransky outside. Fires in the triple.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Baldwin, the pass to Melli. Here's Baldwin, covered by Satoransky. Baldwin's shot is off.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
A quick shot there. It's off target.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
Hits the trifecta.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Plenty of daylight on that shot. He's got 6.
And that's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Baldwin. Now here's Hayes. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game. And there's 1:45 left in the first. Soft touch off the glass.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Baldwin. Out to the right wing. Here's Baberovic. To the wing, right side. Just 5 to shoot. Melli, the pass to Baldwin. Fires from way outside. Offensive rebound. Hayes against Parker. Screen by Marjanovic. To the paint with the clock winding down. And he goes in for the dunk.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
Parker, and that's good. Parker's got 5 points.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's gonna make you pay.
And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And just a crafty move to get free for the dunk.
Now, he's not just trying to score. He's trying to embarrass someone.
Yeah, he was 1 step ahead of him the entire way.
Now here's Parker. 5 points in the game. 3-pointer off the mark. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Marjanovic. Out to the wing. Here's Baberovic. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. In transition. Really left him alone that time. He's got 11.
You know, sometimes you don't like to see guys pull up from 3-point range on the break, but for him, with nobody on him, that's a pretty good shot.
Here's Baldwin. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already.
And at the end of 1, both teams put it. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your 3-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
Off the mark there with a 3. Oh, got a piece of it. And here's the fast break. Launches a 3. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. Here's the 3. Pass to Guduric. 5 on the clock. And no good. had a chance to take the lead. He shoots. And the three off target. Puts up a three. Another miss. He's 0 for 2 now. Launches it. Buries it from 3.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And here comes the break. That three's off the mark.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
Anderson covers. To the middle. On Sunday, and then on Wednesday.
What a great opportunity for this team to take a step forward. They have some tough road games coming up, and that kind of stretch can bring a team together. Winning some of these games would be huge for their overall confidence.
There's a screen. From outside the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc. He has 6.
Boy, what a slick move that time. Made the defense look absolutely clueless.
Connects from downtown.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
There's the triple. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land. Giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
The open J off the mark.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
3-pointer off the mark.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
Over to the left wing. The 3 ball. Offensive board. Here's Goodrich. Gets the 3 to fall.
You know, pretty much anybody can hit that shot when they're that wide open. I mean, terrible defense.
.114 left in the first half.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
Fires the 3. And he can't get that one. Here's the pick. And a miss there on the triple.
Yeah, I tell you what, for him, this has been a game to forget. But somehow they still find themselves with the lead.
There's 42 seconds left in the second period. Yep, that one goes. He has 7.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finding his offense.
Off target from 3-point range.
He's cold from distance here in the second quarter. May want to try a different approach moving forward.
And the 3-pointer goes.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Looking to end the run. On target from range. Here's Goodrich. He's got 6. Takes a 3. Knocks down the long J. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. They're up by 2. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Taking a look at the visitors, they're one of the teams we've hoped would figure it out. Things are clicking right now, and still early enough for them to... They're hitting at a high clip. Some shots have been wide open, some tightly contested.
And as the ball continued to fall through the net, you could see. And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Chemezi Metu out there with Willie Hernan Gomez. And it's Parker in at the 3.
He's showing us the handles a little bit right there. All the way to the rack.
And with the statement finish, too. Don't know how you stop that, man.
You don't. I mean, as a defender, you got to just stash that one in the memory bank and make sure it doesn't burn you the next time.
We've got Boban Marjanovic. Hayes is out there with Nico Melli. And it's Baldwin in at the point. Here's Baldwin. He's got 10. Out to the right wing. Fires from deep. And he dunks it down.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changing. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Here's Hayes. And no good. The layup off target.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Here's Satoransky. No good from outside.
Since halftime, they've missed 3 of their first 4 shots. Still trying to get their legs under them.
And Baverovich gets it to go.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Oh, it's stolen. Parker against Hayes. Stolen by Parker. Fires for 3. He nails it. That's his 5th make in 11 tries.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Pass to Hayes. From downtown, sinks the tray. Hayes has gotten his 2nd bucket on the night.
And this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here's Satoransky. Ooh, the turnaround jumper. Count it. Satoransky's got 5 now. Here's Baldwin, covered by Satoransky. Baldwin's shot is good.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
Good hustle right there. I love that effort. Just a little late in the act.
For 3. And Metu pulls it down.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
And he throws it down with one hand.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Going into halftime, he had 2 threes in his pocket, but hasn't added to that total since.
Here's Parker. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. He's got 10.
Yeah, these teams are playing with incredible energy.
Perhaps the case simply that some kind of motivational speeches at halftime got both of these teams fired up.
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, B.A.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand.
Boy, nice way to punctuate that possession.
Doesn't go for him.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
Got a piece of it, and that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
You take a risk with those long passes. They're lucky the D couldn't collect it.
58 seconds left in the third quarter. Hits the three-pointer.
Well-designed inbounds play. It's an art.
Tipped away. Pass to Baberovic. Clock at 6. Back to Marjanovic. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
To the left side wing. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And it's all from three-point range. Here's Baldwin. 16 points for him. Lets a three fly. With the second effort. No good at the rim. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Up by 3. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And just a selfless decision from your two-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
Yeah, and as a two-guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. And there's a pick. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. Here they come with numbers in transition to take the lead. Here's Fall. Here's Vesely. The three is up. That shot off the mark. Pass to Guduric. 4-3. It's hauled in by Fall. How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambled.
And that one is hammered home.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Here's Guduric. Offline with a three. We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. They set a pick. Fires the three. The three is up. It's not going to go for him.
Well, I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
It's Anderson on the wing. Counted from distance.
He's showing no signs of letting up here.
Puts up a deep three. Missed it there. He's 4 for 9 now.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Over to the wing. From behind the arc. Lets it go from deep. Knocks down the triple.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
There's a screen. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. To end the drought. Nails it from 3.
And the defense is looking almost lost on the perimeter. That opens up a quality three-point shot, and he delivers.
I think that might have been intentional. Perhaps was not an accident, because he's typically not the guy that's taking that shot at this stage of the game.
There's the 3. Unable to get that one. from deep. Guterich with the bucket.
Not the best three-point shooter in the league, but he's got enough skill that you can't just let him fire it up.
Launches it from deep. The shot no good.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
To the wing on the left. Oh, wow! A huge basket to tie the game!
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game, and that one was easy.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage, never mind the layup. Come on now.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Substitution on the court.
Oh, they pick off the pass. Oh, he knocked down the trifecta.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
There's 38 seconds left in the game. Here's Baldwin. Three-pointer. No good. A basket here would give them some breathing room.
Slow down. No need to hurry. Take the best shot available.
Drives to the hoop.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
2-possession game now, guys. Some very important free throws there.
Baldwin. And it's in. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
He's so clutch. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 4-point ball game.
Good composure from the line there. Those shots sealed it.
And so they get the victory here at home. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or them.